My name is Michelle.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across.
I started getting into Pokemon when I was very young, I believe 5 or 6. My mom worked at Toys R Us. I grew up as a Toys R Us kid. So my brother and I spent, some time at the store, and when Pokemon first got announced, there was a lot of people that wanted to collect it, my brother and myself included, and my mom. So we picked up some Pokemon packs, and I just kind of picked out the cute ones, as a little girl would do. I remember that I traded a holographic Alakazam for a very common Eevee card just because I thought it was way cuter and I did not think Alakazam was cute. And my brother got so mad at me because the Alakazam card was worth so much more money and so much more rare. My favorite Pokemon, there's too many, honestly. My default answer is usually Ninetales, just because it's one of the first Pokemon. It's an awesome Pokemon. It's a fire type. I really like fire types, and I have a fox tattoo on me, so obviously I like foxes. So I'm gonna say Ninetales, which kind of feels like a cop out answer because it's too difficult of a question. My favorite Pokemon game is probably Silver and Gold, which they came out together. The collection. It's Generation 2, even though my first game was Pokemon Yellow, and that one will always hold a special place in my heart. But Silver and Gold just kind of incorporated the original games with Generation 2, so more Pokemon, more badges to collect, more to do. And I kind of just understood the game a little bit better. I was a little older, so it was the second game I played, so Pokemon Silver and Gold were my favorite ones. My favorite collectible are probably my set of retro battle coins, I think is what they were called. You spin them on a table, and depending on how they land, you push them together, and that's how you battle with them. So I don't know how rare they actually are, but they're probably my favorite collectible. My rarest one is probably one of my rare cards that are anywhere between $400 to $500. I don't have any graded cards that are worth a whole lot of money, but I just do have a lot of really different quirky collectibles. My shirt is actually the logo for Team Instinct. There are 3 different factions and teams on Pokemon Go, the popular phone app. There's Team Instinct, Team Mystic, which is blue with the Articuno bird, and then Team Valor, which is red with a Moltres. This is a Zapdos. Team Instinct is, when it was first around, when the game was first announced and the teams first came out, Team Instinct was the smallest team, but the quirkiest and the strangest. And so I felt right at home there. That was the team I was always going to pick. How many cards I have, I can't even fathom. I could pull out a box that holds probably 2,000, and I have probably 10 of those boxes. So a lot of cards. They add up very quickly, unfortunately, and a lot of them are just basic energy cards which do nothing, and I don't need that many of them. But yes, I have a lot of Pokemon cards. So the Pokemon universe has a whole lot of different components to it. Obviously, there's the main show, the cartoon that came on, the anime, however you want to call it. There's also the trading card game, which a lot of people my age got started with when they were young, because the cards were really cool and fun to pick up. Pokemon games are also a really good start. They originally came out on the Game Boy, so you can carry it around with you, play it. There's so many different generations of Pokemon games now across so many different systems. And then there's also Pokemon Go, which was a big craze that started about 7 years ago. Everybody started picking that up because it was just a simple mobile phone app. It really simplified the Pokemon game itself and catching and collecting the different types. The Pokemon community does a really good job nowadays with its community and its fan base in the LGBTQ space and the trans space. They are very progressive with pronouns. They auto-assign they, them pronouns unless you designate what your pronouns are. They're also very progressive in allowing players to update their names and their pronouns if they decide later on in life that they need to change their gender to fit more accordingly, and feel comfortable. The Pokemon Company International, they hold regional and special events several times a year across the world and the United States, where Pokemon players can go and compete for different varieties of different games. They have the trading card game, the video game, and Pokemon Go that you can compete with now. I recently went to a regional where I competed with the card game. I was in the top 27% of players, so nothing to seriously brag about, but it's a long day, it's very challenging, so I was happy with my record. I improve each time I go to a regional, and that's really my overall goal. The reason I love Pokemon so much is probably just the comfort. Is a good aspect of it. It's a good thing to fall back on. It takes you back to a time in childhood where it was simple and challenging at the same time. It was a good area of growth. Pokemon can be a really challenging game, especially for a child, so it felt really good to get through the game and collect the different Pokemon and beat it. Nowadays, as an adult, there's that comfort that's still there, but it's still a challenging game to play as well, with the trading card game or even the video games. Even collecting, just different types of challenges with that comfort is why I love Pokemon so much. Really just wanted this on camera. Okay, I'm done. That's it. That's all I wanted. Okay, continue.